Hey everybody. So in this video, what I want to talk about basically is um, how to survive the future as a man. All right. How to survive the future as a man in American society, or just how to survive in the future as a male wanting to better yourself in society. Okay. um you know if you look in society today and you see what most guys what they focus on, right? you know um what a lot of guys focus on in today's society is not really important. It's not things that build them up. I don't know every single man in the world, but what I'm basing it on is basically the general society, the norm of general society, typically in America, right? American society and the general behavior of men in American society and how they behave and what they find to be most important, right? So, what most, generally speaking, what most men find important today in today's society, right, is women. Okay, they find that to be the most important thing in their lives. You see, and then we wonder why the decline of society is happening. You know, um, and this is just an example of what not to do. I'm giving you guys an example of how not to think as a man in starting today, right? This is just an idea, okay, and also a guideline or a guidance as to how to survive in the current times and also going into the future, right? As a man or a male, you can if you're under 18 and you're watching this video and you're male and you want to also learn how to survive in the future, this also applies to you as well. Okay. But yeah, so first of all, what we need to identify is what not to do in the future. What not to do in the future is to rely and to prioritize women. Anything in your life, never prioritize women over anything in your life at all. That's the biggest mistake that most men and males, boys make, generally speaking. That's the number one thing that's the number one mistake that they make most of the times, is to put women over everything else that actually should be a priority in your life, right? That should be over prioritization of women. Okay, women should not even be on the priority list. That's a main key point that I want to get to. They shouldn't even be on the priority list, right? Especially if you are not married to that woman. If you're not married to a woman, she shouldn't even be on a priority list. That's number one. Okay? Now, let's get into what should be in your priority list, right? Going into the future, what will sustain you? What will keep you relevant in the future? Because this is something that most people in this time especially should be thinking about, because as time goes on, things are evolving. Society is evolving. Society never stays stagnant. Society is always developing something new. Society is always growing, right? Society is always evolving, right? Just like species, species in the world on this earth, they evolve over time. In time, they eventually evolve to become suitable to their environment. What will make men become more suitable to the future environment, right? That's what you should be asking, right? Instead of prioritizing something that should not be prioritized in your life, such as women who give you absolutely zero attention or importance in life. They don't even prioritize men. So that's the thing right there, right? That's the thing right there. They don't even prioritize men. They don't even have you on a priority list at all. So that's my question. Why do men prioritize people who don't prioritize you back? You know? And so back to what I was saying. You need to have the mindset first. You need to have the mindset of, okay, I am important as a human being. I am important as a male. I am important as a man, right? I am important in my own way, not in an arrogant way, but I am important, like I have a role to fill in this world. You get what I'm saying? And so that's what it all comes down to, right? What is your role in this world? That's up to you, you know. And so you have to figure that out. What are you good at? What is your perks? What are your pros, right? And what are your cons in life? What are your pros and what are your cons? What are you good at and what are you bad at? Right? And whatever you're good at, or whatever you desire to become good at, that's what you should be focusing on. That's what you should be prioritizing in life in this time. Right? As a male, that is what you should be doing. You should be working on what you want to become better at, right? Whether it's your hobby, if you have a profession, right? Or it's something that you want to get into that you haven't started yet, right? Maybe you want to learn a new profession. Maybe you want to, learn some new skills, or extend what you know, right? And so that's what you have to prioritize. Not women. No, they're not on the list. They should not be on the list at all. Focus on your skills, mastering your skills. Mastering your profession, your skills, your talents, your these different things that you can better. You have all the tools. You have all the tools today to better yourself, right? And so take initiative and use these applications that are available to you and make the best out of it. Whatever you can do, whatever you can access, right, in the most affordable way, do it and stick to it. You see, that's the thing. A lot of us, we probably don't have any plans. We probably don't have any destination that we set for ourselves. You know, and that's probably why a lot of guys rely on women, and you know, they give up on themselves because they don't have any plans. If they had priorities right, if they had their priorities right, and they also had a plan to build upon, then they can from that point they can find importance in themselves instead of importance outside of themselves, such as women. There's nothing wrong with women, but there is something wrong with you as a man prioritizing women who you don't even know in your life, right? Who give you no benefits, right? Who do not even have any benefits in your life. You can't profit from them. They give you no profitability, or they literally give you nothing to build upon in your life. So therefore you should never prioritize something that does not benefit you in the long run. So therefore, toss that to the side and focus on what I was talking about. You know, what you want to better with yourself, whatever you want to focus on. Like I said, if you don't have a profession, you can learn a profession. You can learn these new skills. There's so many different professions out there. There's so many different things that you can learn for free. You don't even have to pay for it. You can learn these things for free. You can better yourself for free, right? But particularly in the future, this is what I'm talking about. Because a lot of professional positions in the near future, they probably won't be that reliable, right? To rely on as a long-term profit. You know, something that's we're talking about something that's long lasting, something that is that will give you value, a long-term value, right, in society. So we're talking about professions and skills that will better you and also society at the same time, right? We're talking about those types of things that are what do you call it, irreplaceable positions and skills and professions that are pretty much irreplaceable, right, when it comes to technological developments and technological advancements and things like that. So that way you will always have something to keep you stable and more than afloat, right? More than afloat in society. Something that will keep you steady, grounded, and pretty much you're pretty much going to be needed, right? You're going to be needed in this new society that's coming up. You're going to be wanted, needed, and you're also going to have the extra skills, right, to not only stand out, but to benefit businesses and you know, other professions. And so you're going to be needed on all grounds, right? You're going to like any way you look, right? going left, going right, people, they're going to rely on your skills, on your talents. That's what we're talking about here, right? So, for example, coding, uh, graphic designing, game development, character designing, uh, architectural work, right? Uh, computer technicians, things like that. These are just examples of professions, right? And skills that are irreplaceable in the coming society, or the future society that's coming, right? When it comes to AI, artificial intelligence, etc., 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 right? Things that will, I wouldn't say permanent, that are permanent, but let's say almost permanent, right? These are almost permanent positions for people who are good at what they do. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's better for you to learn something that not only that you can become good at, but something that you love to do, because that way in the future you're not going to get tired of doing it because you love to do it. So therefore, not only do you love to do it, but you're also making you're also making income from what you love to do. So that is your new career. That's your career. That is your career right there. That's your profession, and you're also your career. And it's not only a profession and a career, it's a irreplaceable career and profession. So that's what dudes of today, in today's society, need to focus on. They need to focus on building a new career. If they're not in the career already or profession already, they need to build on that, whatever it is, whatever profession that it is, whatever skill or craft that you want to learn. You need to start building upon it today and focus and make that your number one priority, or your number two priority, whatever it is, however you want to build it, however you see it, right? But also make it a priority. That's key right there. It has to be a priority in your life. Otherwise, it's not going to be seen as important. It's not going to be, you're not going to take it seriously. So therefore it has to be something that you want to do, right? There's many things, there's many professions that you can learn that you will like to do, that you will actually like to do and to build upon, right? But that's the only way. A job in the future, in the near future, is not going to benefit you in the long run, right? Because jobs are being they're being recycled left and right. You can't really rely on a job in the near future. Jobs come and go, right? But let's say, for an example, you want to become an entrepreneur, right? Therefore, you're somewhat your own employer, right? So you want to get on to something like that, where you are your own employer in a way, or you're more self-reliable in a way, and therefore, since you're more self-reliable, people in society that have higher positions can see your self-reliance and also see your skill set and the importance of what you know, right? Just depending on what it is, right? Because you're self-reliant, it also shows them that you have a lot of confidence in what you do. And you're also capable of supporting yourself or building upon yourself, right? Bettering yourself without others, right? Having to rely on others. So that also gives you a balance of self-importance as well as a unique talent or skill set, right? So that's what it's really all about, okay? Having a plan, building upon that plan, making that plan a priority in your life and sticking to it. Whatever it is, because there's always going to be obstacles in life, right? Always stick to the plan no matter what. That becomes your importance right there. That's your self-importance as a man. Your plan. What's the main goal at this time in life? Your plan. Your career plan. Your professional plan. Your entrepreneur plan for yourself. That's what gives you self-importance. Not only self-importance, but also societal importance, because your personal career or professional plan is benefiting or will benefit society in the long run, right? Because what you know or what you are planning to learn, right, will be unique to yourself, because there's only one you, but you can do it in a way that another person can't do it. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it's really all about. If you want to be relevant, if you want to survive and thrive in the future, this is what you have to build upon, right? This has to be your foundation. Your plan, right? That's key. You got to have a plan and stick to it. Never let any woman or anybody, even family, come between you and your ultimate goal or plan in life, which is bettering yourself, right? And like I said, use all the necessary tools that you can that's either free or affordable, and use it to your benefit. There's tons and tons of programs, applications, and systems that you can use that you can start literally today to build upon your plan, right? So 10 years from now, right? 10 years from now, you can look back 10 years from now, and you will go back to this day, and you will be proud of yourself because you achieved your goals. You stuck with the plan, right? Basically, you stuck with the plan, and you gave yourself self-importance, right? And now you don't have to rely on it. Pretty much anybody. You don't have to rely on anybody. You can rely on yourself. And also, not only do you not have to rely on others, but others will also rely on you instead, right? Society will rely on you more than you will rely on society and others for what they do. They will actually rely on you more because what you know, right, holds a lot of weight in society. They will always need more of you, right? They will always need more of you. Okay? They will always need more graphic designers, coders, technicians, mathematicians, etc., 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 architects, game developers, graphic design. Did I say that already? Character creators, character designers. You know, computer technicians. You know, things like that. They will always need these types of things. So, therefore, if they always need these types of people in these positions, they are going to look your direction. They're always going to look your direction. Therefore, you're always going to be relevant. You're never not going to be relevant. Society is going to want you there. Okay? And when you look at these different professions that I listed, right? They're self-reliant. They know what they do. They can build upon what they know. They don't need anybody else. They literally don't need anybody else to tell them how to do what they know. Right? You see what I'm saying? And so that, you know, that's pretty much how you survive the future. That's how you survive the future as a man. That's how you become relevant to today's society and also the near future society. That's how you stay relevant. That's how you become relevant. That's how you get self-importance right there. All right. I just, you know, I felt the need to put this video out there because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of lost men out here that have they seem to not have a future, right? They tell themselves that they don't have a future. They believe that they don't have any future because they don't have any plans. Their only plan and their only priority really was to get a girlfriend or a woman, to please some type of woman, right? You know, but it's not about that. It's about bettering yourself. It was always about bettering yourself. It's never about trying to make somebody else's life better. It was always supposed to be about making your own life better. That's the thing with men. They seem to want to make everybody else's life better, but not their own life. And that's the issue. So you got to come back to self-importance. That's why I kept bringing that up, you know, because that's what it's all about. So I hope you learned something from this. I hope you also understand what I'm saying here, right? Because technology is advancing so fast that it'll make your head spin, right? Every year, it's just technology is advancing, so you always got to stay on your P's and Q's, right? When it comes to what you know, when it comes to your skills, your abilities, your profession, and whatever you know and whatever you want to become better at, you always got to keep that at its peak, right? So with that said, I hope you guys liked the video, and please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. All right, bye-bye.